Hello, and welcome to this presentation on certified kitchens on Hawai'i Island. I am Lisa DeSantis, and over the last few months, I was contracted with the Kohala Center to identify certified kitchens on Hawai'i Island. I am joined by Zach Larsen of the Hilo Food Hub. We're part of a series. Please check out the other pre-recorded presentations in this session and join us for a live discussion on November 6th at 10:30 a.m. all about value-added products and processing. So over the past few months, as I said, I have been contracted to identify kitchens across the island with the goal of compiling a complete list of kitchens available to the public to rent out. These kitchens on the screen are what I identified as open for people to rent. One of them is the Hilo Food Hub. So I will turn it over to Zach Larsen to talk about the Hilo Food Hub.
Great, thanks Lisa, thanks for having us. We're really excited to be part of this and just want to share what we're doing and give a little insight into some value-added products and where you can produce them. So I started in 2018 with my own food business, Brine. I was making kimchi and sauerkraut. And when I started out, I was actually making pizza dough in exchange for kitchen time in the back of a pizza kitchen. So it really wasn't an ideal situation, but it led me to identify some problems with finding certified kitchens. After the pizza kitchen, I moved into a cafe and was sharing a kitchen with a couple other businesses. And unfortunately, the cafe didn't really like the aromas of kimchi and sauerkraut being fermented and bagged while people were sipping their morning coffee. So another example of not an ideal situation for a value-added product producer. So some of the problems that I identified were, one, commercial kitchens are really expensive. If you want to start your own kitchen, you're looking at signing a lease or buying property and then investing all the money into purchasing equipment, and not to mention the time and energy it takes to get permitting. So most people then turn to look for a shared use facility. But one of the problems that we found with some of these shared use facilities is they're not set up for multiple users. They may be a restaurant or a community center. And while it's great that they're offering their space to rent out, it's not their main purpose. And so it's just not set up really well for storing products, keeping things organized, and it actually can cause some issues with the health department, keeping all of your things separate from the kitchen. So some of the kitchens just really lack the infrastructure for multiple users. So those were some of the problems that we identified. Also, as you're starting a food business, I'm sure some of you may know, permits are really tricky. There are, depending on the kind of food you're producing, the process that you're using, the permits differ greatly. So it's really challenging to navigate the health code and figure out what kind of permits you need to apply for depending on where you're going to sell the products, how you're producing them. And so there's all these different details that go into creating a food business that are really challenging and not laid out specifically for businesses or farmers. Another problem that we encounter is distribution costs. I may have a producer or a retail location on the other side of the island that is ordering small amounts, and it's really expensive for me to drive over just to make small deliveries. So there's all these different producers making different products and selling them to usually similar stores. And so it's really expensive for businesses, and we want to come up with some sort of shared delivery model. So that sort of brings us to the concept of Hilo Food Hub. Hilo Food Hub is a kitchen incubator for food entrepreneurs and farmers. what we are providing is affordable kitchen rental using hourly rates, and then also storage that's rented monthly. So you can rent dry storage, cold storage, or frozen storage by the month combined with your hourly kitchen rates. And the hourly rate isn't a new model, but how we've structured it is that the more hours you use, the cheaper it gets per hour. So we really want to encourage businesses to grow. And when they do grow, their costs can come down and they can make more profits. So, just setting things up to help businesses and farmers succeed in their food endeavors. The other aspect that was really challenging for me is I didn't have a working knowledge of different people and resources that I could reach out to help me along the process. And so we've gathered a team of expert partners to team up with to help other food businesses in that situation. So we have a designer who is familiar with packaging and labeling requirements that is going to come and lead some classes, and then also contracted out to individual businesses to help them with any design and packaging, website, labels, packaging, all of that. We've also teamed up with retail owners, and they have a really unique advantage in that they're the ones who are buying value-added products. And so knowing what they're looking for, like what kind of requirements they see, and just how to approach a retail outlet, what kind of information they need, everything that businesses need to know before they approach and try to make that sell. We've also teamed up with business advisors and to offer any assistance with, maybe it's setting up your LLC, maybe it's bank accounts or securing financing through either loan programs or grants. And that's something that's really helped me in the past couple of years, is working with these advisors to find what resources are out there and what I need to do to really get my business on track. And then finally, the food safety consultant. The health code obviously is really tricky, and sometimes it's hard to navigate. And so we have a food safety expert who is going to be leading classes on just like general permitting, but also has experience creating HACCP plans and writing food variances to the health code. So anything that a food business needs that might be out of the normal, like farmers market vending or anything to get them into the wholesale market, he can help with writing that permitting. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you, and to everyone watching this is, keep doing what you're doing, and we are here as a resource.
And part of that resource is a live discussion on November 6th at 10:30, so don't forget to join us. And if you want to connect with Zach or myself separately, this is our contact information. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the 6th.
Thank you.